لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. ثم ما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, when I've been called to prepare for this khutbah, I thought for a topic, and then it's just overnight I changed the topic. I came across a story which really hits my mind, and I said, let me share it with my dear brothers and sisters in Al-Saad area. Maybe some of you will recall quite a few times whenever I stand to give khutbah, I'm not better than anybody of you here, but we are sharing the same thoughts. Whoever drink coffee, there are coffee shops where they wrote in that coffee or their slogan or that logo, it says, life is short, stay awake. And it's spreading and it's all over. It's for a cup of coffee, just to remind you that life is short. And it was written in a coffee shop. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this life is not our life, and whatever we will live in this life, one day will come, we will leave this life. 2 weeks ago, one of those, we know them, he passed away. He was terribly sick. He was having a disease in his liver, and before his death, in a few weeks, he wrote in his bio, in his account, something in Arabic, I will translate it in English later on. He said, لم أكن أعرف أنه عندما أدخل 40 عاما تبدأ رحلة النهاية. He doesn't know that he will pass away in a few weeks. He wrote in his bio that I didn't know, I was not able to understand and comprehend that when I reach 40, my end of my journey in this life started. The journey will end. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran al-Kareem said, حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة قال رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. 1400 years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this reminder. Maybe today's khutbah will be specifically towards those people who reaches their 50s or their 40s and still we didn't wake up. Each and every single minute in our life and our existence, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides us with warning signs. But unfortunately, we always forget or try to be away and hide away from those warning signs. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran can say, قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي. Now this is the time in this life to worship Him and to pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, Ya Rabb, when the angel, if the Malak al-Maut arrive to take off my life or my ruh, please Ya Rabb, let him take it in peace, where I will not suffer. There is no single individual, Muslim, he or she, doesn't know that the death is our destiny. Nobody will survive for good. A day will come, being in your 20s or 30s or 40s, but there will be a day which is going to come. What brought up this for me is that if we recall last year in Ramadan, all of us, including me, we were signing a contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rab, we were going to worship you properly in Ramadan. And unfortunately, we didn't fulfill the criteria and we didn't finish or stand still with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our contract. This month, the month of Rajab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran Kareem mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the year is 12 months. Among those 12 months, there are 4 months Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called Al-Ashhur Al-Hurum. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam nominated them for us. Sometimes I feel sorry when we ask teenagers or parents, do you recall the names of Al-Hijri months? Some of them will say, we don't know except Ramadan or Hajj as a month. But the remaining 10 months, they have no clue. Who is responsible for us? For this? I think we are responsible to teach our kids, to teach our generations, as well as to teach ourselves. Those 4 months, this month, Rajab, among those 4 months, the other 3 months are the Qa'dah, the Hijjah, and Muharram. This is the month of Rajab. How many of us knows what does it mean, Ashhur al-Hurum? There is no special prayers in this month, my dear brothers and sisters. There is no special fasting days in Rajab. There is nothing special about Rajab except that your good deeds or bad deeds will be multiplied. Is not the same as the other months. So in Rajab, quite a few people will have some rituals and some prayers which is not being told by our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or being mentioned by the scholars. So be careful from the media, be careful from the flyers, that if people will start to say that there are special nights, there are special days in Rajab, you have to celebrate. This is called bid'ah. There is no proof of Rajab to have a special occasion on it, except among the 4 months of Al-Haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ashhurullah Al-Hurum, and whatever performance, by in good deeds or bad deeds, you will be rewarded and the rewards will be multiplied. Today, the 5th day of Rajab, which means we are away from Ramadan only for 55 days. Who's among this group of my dear brothers and sisters have the assurance that he or she will reach Ramadan? Nobody has it. But in Rajab, you have now to start to renew your contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the chance to reach Ramadan, you are ready for it. How many of us lost Fajr prayers? This is the time, my dear brothers and sisters. Prepare yourself. Try to fast 3 days in this month as well as in Sha'ban. Prepare yourself. Go to a workshop, an intensive preparation for Ramadan, not to feel lazy and it takes a while for you to accept Ramadan with all its pleasures. So Rajab, today the 5th day of Rajab, 25 more days to go. Sha'ban, 29 or 30, so we are going closer and closer to Ramadan. So this is the time for us to have a stop sign and to think. You have right now 2 stop signs. Think about yourself. Think about your good deeds and your bad deeds towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before Hijr Ramadan. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters, I meant to do this khutbah just to remind myself and to remind my dear brothers and sisters. Think 100 times. We are coming to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I feel sometimes sorry that if my boss or whoever in charge and taking care of me, if he calls me or if she calls you for a meeting, you always try to wear the best clothes in your cupboard, and you have to have a shower, and to have the best perfume, and to drive and to go in your car. Did you ever think, when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 5 times, who is the big creator, how you wear, what is your dress? What is your dress code when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Did you ever think? Teach your kids. You have a dress code for the school. The school principal, he or she, will fire your kids if they don't go with their dress code. What about us? When we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 5 times in a day, and especially in Friday, how we are having our dress code toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before I conclude, my dear sisters, remind yourself again and again to become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do a lot of jama'ah prayers. Try to fast certain days. Sunnah, and don't forget sadaqah. Sadaqah will take care of you in the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran al-Kareem said, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي لَوْلَا أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى أَجَلٍ قَرِيبٍ. When the day of death comes in, you will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please, Ya Rabb, just delay taking off my soul. Because of what? لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين. I want to do sadaqah, Ya Rabb. I need to give you sadaqah. Sometimes shaitan comes to us. Whenever you even try to get 100 fils or a half a kg, always he comes to you and said, no need for your 100 fils. Either you pay 10 kg or otherwise. Never listen to shaitan. Whenever he doesn't do good deeds, always ignore him. Even 100 fils, you don't know that 100 fils, maybe that 100 fils will save your neck and your family away from the firehead. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع مجيب للدعوات يا رب العالمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين.